Hey guys, Sky here. We have Stormy here.
Hello.
So today was a big day. If you're a Star Wars fan or just looking for some entertainment in this pandemic, we finally got the Mandalorian season 2 premiere. Um, if you don't have Disney Plus yet, or it's not available where you are, or you haven't seen the episode, then click off now. But because we're gonna get into spoilers. Anyways, a recap sort of the first episode is basically we see Mando and the child are looking for another Mandalorian because he's heard that this Mandalorian knows that he knows where baby Yoda's species could have come from and know more about that. And basically he walks into like this sort of like gladiator fight sort of arena, and he meets up with this sort of like um guy who has some information regarding that, but it just turns out to be like some scam, and obviously Mando just kills all of them, and he lets the other he lets the other one be eaten by those creatures. And then the scene changes and we basically go into Tatooine, and um he goes to this village, I guess, or town, and it looks like a really abandoned sort of like western type of town, like from the old western movies. And basically he walks in here, he looks like a stranger, like he doesn't fit in, and he walks into this bar, and um Din asks where he can find this other Mando, and he says, can you describe him? And he's like, yeah, it looks like me. And basically, these two Mandalorians meet up, but this other Mandalorian who's wearing the Boba Fett armor isn't actually a Mandalorian. He's just wearing it as protection, and his name is Cobb Vanth. Um, basically explains that like he just wears the armor to like protect the village because he's the marshal of that town, and basically needs it, and he's not trying to offend the Mandalorian culture or anything. He's just wearing it as protection. Basically, they both set up a deal where like if um Din helps Cobb to um destroy this like dragon sort of monster that keeps attacking their village, he'll give Mando the armor back. And yeah, that's basically the deal. And we see them go off into like an adventure sort of out in the sand, and they meet up with some Tuscan raiders for help and backup, and they basically set up a plan to destroy this dragon creature. And because these Tuscan raiders have been studying them for thousands of years, so they know way more about it than them. And we just see them sort of go through the process of trying to kill this creature, and eventually, um, Din, just basically kind of attempts to sacrifice himself, but hopefully he just saves the day, and he basically kills the creature by inserting some explosives into him, and that it just ends there. He gets the armor back, and everyone is happy. And the final shot, we see him riding in his speeder bike, and then when you think the episode is done, you see Boba Fett right there, just walks off into the screen, and Yeah, that's basically what happened in this first episode. Um, Overall, I thought this was a great start to this season. It really shows the sort of tone they're going for. Um, how about you, Stormy?
It looks really good. I mean, I thought the beginning of the episode was a little slow, but that's just my taste. I do like the big fight scene between the dragon creature. I think that like the Tuscan side was interesting because we don't really get to see that in a lot of well, really anything of Star Wars, unless you're in the extended universe. And it's nice to kind of see the Boba Fett armor being used again. Obviously, we know it's not a real Mando, and we get to see Boba Fett at the end of it. But and the tone of it's pretty good, and I think that the way that they set up the plot for potentially the future episodes is good also.
I mean, I was a big fan of the first season. I thought it was really good, and the cliffhanger with Moff Gideon was really neat with the dark saber. And I'm honestly like, I don't know what to expect after this first episode because, like, basically, if you kept up with Star Wars and all the promotional material, there was never like any like big reveal or anything in that. So everyone just was going into this without any knowledge. So I thought John Favreau did a great job directing this episode, and I hope this season continues with the same quality and storytelling, because yeah, it really shows that they're taking this season like next level, and it felt really cinematic, especially with the dragon sequences and like just the special effects overall. It was really eye candy, at least I thought, and I didn't think the like callbacks and like references to the past Star Wars material was like overused or like just for nostalgia purposes. I thought it fit well, but that's just me. Um Now going into sort of some like breakdown and like the most jaw-dropping moments. Do you want to go into that, Stormy?
In terms of the battle scene or in general?
Yeah, just like the main things that sort of like stood out.
So the first thing that stood out, obviously, was the Boba Fett armor. To me, at least, like being a Boba Fett fan and also a Mandalorian fan in general. But in terms of like the fight scene, obviously against the dragon, that was pretty cool how they did that, and the effects that they used, and the way that they tricked it into coming out, that was interesting. Obviously, everyone's gonna point out the Anakin speeder, and some people may point out, the size difference on the Mandalorian armor for Boba Fett and all that stuff. So that's cool. That's cool little nods. And obviously, at the end of the episode, we see Boba Fett, and I think that was a good way to introduce it to the series. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm not sure if you guys remember, but in the first season, in I believe it was episode 5, near the end, we sort of got a tease possibly of Boba Fett with we see like a mysterious sort of figure walk up to like where the both bounty hunters were there, and we see him like sort of, I guess I'm not sure if he was searching for Mando or what he was doing, but I mean, if that's Boba Fett, then like um from the first season, then it's kind of cool how they're basically like connecting everything and it's slowly coming together. Um, my theory as to what Boba Fett is doing here is that I could be wrong, we'll see, but possibly he's working for Moff Gideon, and maybe he's like tracking both Din and the child. Because I don't know, it just makes sense. Like, because in the trilogy, like the original trilogy, we see he's working basically for Darth Vader. Um, yeah, so he's not really a bad guy. He's just like some bounty hunter who's doing his job. So it's gonna be cool to see what Boba Fett has to offer this season and in general, because I know Boba Fett's like a fan favorite character and stuff, but I felt like we never got that much content from him. Like, I know that a lot of people didn't like the Star Wars Holiday Special from like the '80s, because obviously we've seen it. It's not good, but that short animated sequence where we see sort of like a little glimpse of Boba Fett, I thought that was really cool, and I always wanted to see more from that character. So hopefully we get to see that this season. But yeah, overall, I'm really pleased with what we got, and I'm really hyped for next Friday. Um, Let us know what you guys thought. If you haven't checked out the newest episode, or you just wanted to check out what we thought about it, let us know what you think Boba Fett's role is gonna be in this season, or why he's even there. Yeah, see you guys.